Parents and gymnasts, are you ready to take the next step in your college recruiting journey? Full Out Collegiate Recruiting's in-gym visit program brings personalized recruiting guidance directly to you. Expert advice for gymnasts, parents, and coaches, all in the comfort of your own gym. Start the journey to collegiate gymnastics today. Visit fulloutrecruit.com to schedule an in-gym visit and take the first step toward making that college dream a reality.
Is it WAHL or Wally's World? I'm here for both. It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. A new alum 10 this week. A few debuts. Dramatic walkers. Moonwalkers. And even Grace Walker. Let's go.
Don't compare us to another bad little fad. He's J Mac and I'm bad, giving you something that you never had. Make you pump up the volume and shake your rump. Cause Zoo in the Loo makes you want to jump. How high can Kennedy fly? 10-0 hit in the sky. What SECN is wiggity wiggity whack. We come stomping with something pumping to keep you jumping. Like a silky smooth twist to keep you bumping. Ain't nothing false about the college salute. Believe that. The J Mac will make you jump. K Slice is gonna make you jump. Chris Brooks is gonna make you jump. The college salute pod will make you jump.
Welcome back to the only podcast with a gymnastics-inspired rap every week, the College Salute Podcast, the place you go for all you need to know about how our Region 5 alums are doing during their NCAA careers. You know Kim, and of course I'm Jason, and another interesting stream at Mizzou. At the Lou. We'll talk about that.
In the Lou.
Oh, it's in the Lou. Well, I don't know what it was. There's a lot to it. We'll get to that. Smokescreen at Georgia made it feel like stick it. I'll explain. Apparently, OSU awarded our MVPs for us. Well, maybe. And it's a 10 for Kennedy, but a 7 for ESPN, now minus. That and more. But first, free way to support our show is by leaving a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the College Salute Podcast. Tell us what you love about the show and what you'd like to see improved. The review helps others discover our podcast and join our Region 5 family. Thanks to the 5 new subscribers this week. We appreciate it and welcome to the family and hope you continue to enjoy our podcast. Help us continue to grow our podcast, which is the only regionally based gymnastics podcast in the country. We continue to show our love for our Region 5 alums throughout their college careers, so please show us some love with a review and a 5-star rating. Well, I saw your face right as I was about to enter that, and you had mentioned that it was now ESPN minus, so that's
no, SECN minus.
Oh, SECN. Sorry. So I'll correct that. It's definitely SEC, although ESPN owns SEC networks. So
I don't care. ESPN. It was still said SECN plus on the bottom, but you were definitely minus this week.
Yes. So we're going to get to that in a little bit. We do not have any behind the scenes because Kim not at any meets and not me not at any meets either.
That was some English.
That was some great English. Me not at any meets either. Although I did spend time at Big Classic, so hopefully you guys caught the content from the Big Classic this weekend. So we are starting with the social salute, and we have a few, 4 different things that we happen to find on social media. The first one I found and immediately texted to Kim because apparently this is the only way we can get content from Eliza.
Lock in!
If you happen to see or follow BYU, you would have possibly seen this social media of the BYU Husbands. Eliza's husband, and then Noelle, I think it was Noelle, one of the other athletes on the team, her husband in the stands in the front row with the glasses on, mic'd up, and yelling and screaming, cheering, looking for the athletic director was in there, apparently, the mascot, all kinds of fun stuff, and talking about that he knows about form, and they were having a fun time. But I thought that was hilarious that they mic'd up the 2 husbands of 2 of the athletes as they compete, and you see like a gymnast vault like land like in the screen as they're videos right on them, and you see a landing of a vault or something like that. So it was kind of interesting. I enjoyed that one for sure. Another one that popped into my my social media that I was like, I had to watch a couple times because it was hysterical, especially Skyla like crawling into the camera, was the lobby masterpiece that they did at, I'm not 100% sure what meet they were at this weekend because I didn't pay attention to Michigan State's where they were this weekend, but it was from this weekend. But Skyla and Stephanie doing some type of lobby dance that was hilarious. I mean, they started with entrance into the elevator and then out of the elevator and then into the lobby, very dramatic coloring. I don't know if this was the way the lobby looked, like in terms of like the antique-ish look, or did they put a filter on it, but it was crazy. Skyla crawling, Stephanie laying on a bench and rolling. I mean, it was good. They did a good job. I thought it was really funny, and I definitely thought we had to mention that one for sure.
I thought it was hilarious. I watched it a few different times as well, and then I followed that up with the Skyla and Bailey Garcia in the airport dancing to Beyonce.
Oh, I did not see that one. That's unfortunate that I did not get to see that, but yeah, Skyla, Stephanie, awesome job. And then you sent me this one, and I thought it was awesome. She actually does a really good job. Frida Esparza from UCLA, playing the national anthem on a guitar.
I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
No, she did a very, very good job. And I did see a part of this meet at the coaches' party at the B-Dubs, except for the screen that they had this meet on. The UCLA Penn State meet was yellower than yellow. It looked like antique. Talk about antique or old-time video. It looked antique. Now, it was a projector onto a projector screen, not a TV. So that could have been part of the problem. But I was like watching Cassie do bars, and they're in. Their colors are obviously white and blue. Their leotard was white, but it looked very yellow when we were watching it. So it was great. But Frida, awesome job. That was phenomenal, and I'm glad that Kim had sent that to me because obviously I didn't see that, and I enjoyed that rendition of the national anthem. So nice job.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Mm-hmm. She said she just asked about when I was watching the social. She said she just asked about it and.
There it is.
Go ahead, do the national anthem on the guitar. So
yes.
I thought that was very cool.
Exactly. So, and then Mizzou transfer TikTok.
They did the Mizzou transfer. Like anybody that transferred into Mizzou, they did this TikTok. It was hilarious. So I thought it was funny because it's the "Oops, Scotch girl should have treated her right." And it says, because I love it over here, and all the transfers come into the screen, and Shannon's in the background, and I just thought it was funny.
That is cool. That is a good way to,
shows you how many transfers they have.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny, because now they love it over there at Mizzou in the Lou.
Definitely. Awesome. So your vote for the best social salute of the week? Do you have one?
We're voting?
Do you have one?
Oh, I really enjoyed the Mizzou TikTok, but I also liked the lobby dance too.
I'm going with the lobby dance. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I thought that was good too.
Yes, lobby dance. It's sad though, like I said, that's how we have to get video of BYU is through their husbands. But
Hey, lock in, Jason.
Lock in. Okay, we'll lock into Fab 5. We had a perfect 10.
Well, we didn't, but Kennedy did.
You're true. Kennedy Griffin had a perfect 10.
We didn't do anything.
Had a 10 on floor. However,
okay,
I'm gonna be a little critical before you get into it. I'm gonna be a little critical.
Well, you can be critical because I wasn't watching what you probably were watching in this floor routine. So, anyways, my question is, and we'll talk about this with SECN minus. Mm-hmm. Why are we cutting away?
Yeah. Well.
Why are we cutting away?
We cut away a lot. We'll talk about it. We cut away a lot. But this 10, if you watch her first pass, her first foot...
It's extraordinary. I don't know what you're talking about.
Her front foot does move. But
Your front foot moves.
I do. I'm moving them right now. So it did move a little bit. But it was a nice routine. But yes, no. So that's her first 10, if I'm not mistaken. Her first perfect 10.
Yeah, so give it to her, God.
Yes. So great. Awesome, beautiful tumbling.
If that routine is out of a 10.1,
there's no
it doesn't matter.
10 ones. This isn't level 10 gymnastics. So congratulations, Kennedy. I did post the kind of breakdown of her doing the routine and to the moments after, to the part where she holds her 10 and gets, awarded the 10. And you can go check that out. But you can see her front foot does move a little bit.
I don't know. They cut away too much. I couldn't tell.
Well, they didn't cut away for that. Ella Shamati, I not 100% sure that when they wrote this, hasn't she gotten a 9925 before? I swear to God, maybe she's tied her program record. I don't think.
That's why it says tying program record.
Oh, I missed that part because it says hits a big one, thinking that it's her first 9925. I'm like, I think she has done that before.
No, sugar. Listen,
I'm not a sugar, but anyway, continue.
All season so far, she's had like little bits and bobbles and boops,
yes.
But she finally got the score because she hit the routine like super great, tying program record. Parentheses.
I understand that now. I see that now. Got it. Congratulations, Ella. That's awesome. But I was like, when I saw that, I was like, I swear to God, she's gotten a 9925 before.
I'm sure it's her program record, but I'm just saying.
She's tied it. Yes, got it.
She's tied it one. She's tied it.
Yes.
She's tied with herself.
She's tied it with herself. We have a very good story coming out of Universal Gymnastics in Ohio that had I not been contacted by Dave, who runs or the team head coach at Universal, you would have never known that this happened because
what happened?
I didn't pay attention. I sent you the Instagram post or the post that they did I not? Okay. One of their athletes has a brain tumor and is going through surgery and all that stuff for the brain tumor. And Ohio State and Minnesota apparently wore ribbons in their hair that represented this particular athlete, and Ohio State did it. Minnesota then also did it. That's basically what transpired. All of the Universal athletes, like a lot of them, were in the stands cheering it on, and it was just basically a story just about her and they're going through a lot right now at the gym, and she's a great kid, and everyone's very sad, and that type of thing. The fact that both teams wore the ribbons, yet we didn't know anything about that. If I didn't hear that from Dave, I would have known nothing of that because the ribbons, even though they're wearing the same ones, no one mentioned it on the broadcast. No one said anything. It was nothing, brought out. So I'm glad that Dave did. They have several kids on Ohio State's team that are from Universal, and so that was interesting. I mean, I'm glad that Dave let me know that, and he wanted me to post it on the Insider, and I said, well, we'll talk about it because it's one of our meets in our lineup this week, and that's just a cool thing that both teams, not just Ohio State but Minnesota, wore the ribbons, the colors. I can't remember the colors what that represented. He did write it. Tell me. Gray
and gold.
Oh, that's what it was because each team had the gray and the gold for each team competing. That was what it was. That is what it was. And I just think that's cool. Awesome story. But again, just kind of sad that we didn't know anything about why they were doing that. And maybe the commentators weren't told. No one said anything. Maybe just the athletes decided to do that. So that's awesome, though. And we wish that particular athlete, success in her treatments and that moving forward. Because we love Universal for sure. Universal, they're great group of kids, great group of coaches, just an awesome gym overall. Okay, you put the OG hype man at Zoo in the Lou.
Yes, I did, because when I got in the car this morning, yes, and turned the meat on in the car this morning, and I saw some ice cream and cake happening and a little bit of peanut butter jelly time, I was like, oh, yes, Randy Parrish himself. I love him. He is my favorite human. He is still dancing around the planet. It's amazing. Yes. But yes, he is the original. He is the OG hype man.
He is the OG hype man.
Let's be real.
Yes. I have flashbacks watching him from Flip Fest. When I heard I was watching and I was like moving, doing some things while it's like the middle, between rotations, and all I hear is peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. And I'm like, that has to be Randy Parrish. I flew over. There's Randy Parrish. He was the hype man, but he gets all into it. They, the kids, the audience, they were all into it. Kim's into it right now. It's wonderful. He's going all over the place. But hats off to you, Randy Parrish. We love you. I mean, he's been around for a long, long time and doing this for a very long, long time. So
yeah, he comes to Gymnastics on the Grand every year and does it all. Him and the Flip Fest crew and stuff. And let me tell you, I have my students at SVSU in my one of my kidney classes. They have to learn those dances and warm-ups, and I use them a lot of them as like my preschool, like for speed racer, or middle school education warm-ups. So I do them every day almost.
Wow, maybe we should do peanut butter jelly time and ice cream and cake at the meet this weekend.
Oh my God, yes. I'm making a note, yes, because I am all about that.
Maybe we'll have to implement a couple of those, maybe in the little level 3s and the 4s, and maybe not.
All the way up to level 10. What do you mean only in the level 3s and 4s? College kids are doing ice cream and cake. Thank you. Well, you're off your rocker, sir.
All right.
Okay, I'm making a note.
Well, it's peanut butter jelly time for Randy Parrish, but it's Maddie Wellagora time for Arkansas.
Oh my God, Maddie Wellagora, you are a smart cookie. Okay, not only is she excelling gymnastically, but they said she's going to school for her second master's degree. Okay, geez, smarty pants. Can we get a third just so we can keep you longer?
Exactly, 100%.
How many years does she have left?
Well, when they said her 6th year transfer, is she really a 6th year? Because I guess it is, because Makari did a 5th year. So yeah, it is a 6th year.
She did 5 at
because
Alabama,
she didn't compete freshman year. She didn't compete freshman year at all, because that
No.
was she's coming back from the ankle injury from nationals or level 10 nationals. But for some reason when she said that, I was like, really? It was 6 years? And then now thinking about it, yes, because Makari finished her 5th year, and now that's 6. So
yeah,
wow.
I mean, she could have a couple more. It's fine. Peng Lee did like 12.
Yeah, exactly. But we have more about Maddie and Addie in a little bit.
We do.
Debut routines. We have a debut routine on floor from Olivia Coppola from Illinois. She is now doing 3 events. And actually, the way they covered this competition, at first, when she was doing, they went over to bars for Illinois, I thought she was on bars also, and then realized that was not her. But I was like, I thought you were not doing bars because of shoulder issues or something, but I was like, well, she's doing all around. But she has come back to floor. I'm a little concerned because her 2.5 punch front used to be my favorite skill in the entire world. Gorgeous 2.5 punch front, and we struggled a little bit with the 2.5. Obviously, you haven't done floor in a while. We'll give you some time. I'm excited to see you back in the lineup. I know they didn't show much of the routine, although Kim missed it. We did see your last pass of 1.5 front layout, but we didn't see very much in the middle. So, but that's part of the course for this competition, and we'll talk about that, as I said, in a little bit. But welcome to floor, Olivia. You're now on 3 events for Illinois, and that's awesome to see. And then Karleigh Reutzel. This vault, huge. Handspring front pike. Beautiful.
She almost stuck it.
She almost did. Small little hop. It was great. It was awesome to see. Glad to see her in the lineup. Hope we'll see her in the bar lineup soon as well. But definitely, it was awesome to see, and like one of those things where it came back over to watch vault for Ohio State. I'm like, Karleigh's competing. One of those things. And Kim's just like, whoa, knock her out there. But anyway, it was awesome to see vault. And then she obviously, like I said, did exhibition on bars as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in the, they did that. D23 Athlete of the Week. First of all, we have to talk about Aleah Rajovic. I know I butchered the name, Aleah. I apologize. But we didn't get to talk about her routine last week because we didn't have the video at the time of our recording. I did end up getting it a little bit after that. And that first pass in her routine, a front full, was so nice. And that pass is not easy. Not easy.
It was very nice.
Yes.
She does that very well. I was very blown away.
It was
a little caught off guard. I had to go back and watch it.
Yes, 100%. I was not prepared for it. I think front full layout, that's first pass, and then it goes front full. I was like, dang, girl, that was awesome. And definitely when I was watching the routine, flying high was in my brain, because I know you had mentioned that on the podcast last week, and how the routines are very similar and like the way they do their styles. And that was in my head as she was doing her routine. But she kind of just, it was like, taking ownership of floor. It was cool to see. But that front full was awesome. We have 2 athletes of the week this week. For first, Zoe Krull. She went 9.7775 on bars. We happened to see this video on social media. Ginger, very nice bail handstand. Awesome bail handstand. And a very nice stuck double back. But the other one is Kelsey Kollhoff. They're both from Oshkosh. Oh, no, Kelsey, I'm sorry, is from Whitewater. Zoe's from Oshkosh. Floor 9.8, same meet. We unfortunately didn't get to watch this meet. I wish we would have now, especially this. But floor 9.8. I don't know. We haven't seen it yet. We haven't gotten the video yet. Again, we'll post both videos on our Instagram later this week for you to see both routines. But our alums are killing it, and we have to watch some D3 gymnastics, Kim. We just have to. I know we say that every week, and then we just don't ever get the opportunity to. Maybe we just have to take in the scores, the 9.6, 9.7s in our lineup and just do it. But now that we're in NQS, I don't know if we can do that. But
I watch it via scroll through the socials, but yes.
But we had enough in that meet, and that would have been fun to watch, and unfortunately we just didn't get to. So one of these days we need to, or we just need to focus our podcast or something on that particular weekend of D3 though. So podcast socials, of course, R5 College Salute Podcast on Instagram. Our numbers are growing there. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. That's where we post our podcast pictures, which I know Kim is planning on getting something sometime.
Someday, maybe one time, someday, soon.
Videos. I've been starting to share videos from the college programs on our Instagram now as I get them or I see them, trying to do that like I did with Kennedy's floor 10. Our Region 5 College Salute on YouTube. That's where our video podcast goes, so you can watch us as we record our podcast. Weekly routines. I've been very lazy, a little bit slow on Alumni Mondays and alumni videos these last 2 weeks. Apologize, just a lot going on. I shouldn't say lazy because I'm not lazy, but not getting videos, I guess, is a little lazy. Extra content. We do appreciate our numbers have started to go up again. Please come to the YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can you can get notified when we post our video podcast or other videos. But again, that's as we try to get to 1,000 subscribers when we can start to try to get some ad revenue on this particular YouTube channel, which helps our podcast and just our media in general. But yes, come definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, do that.
Please. Okay.
Quickly rush to your socials and hit the like button.
Please. All right, Kim, they did it. They did that.
Or didn't.
And we know they didn't. No. So let's start with the SEC Network. SEC Network Plus.
Now is becoming minus, just like the Big Ten.
Yes.
Minus.
Yeah, this meet. Yes, I mean, they could have had Kim.
They could have. Call me next time. SEC, come on. Call me. I could have been available for you. Yes, I would have. I don't understand why they're not calling me. Somebody from any team that is listening, give somebody my number because I'm available.
If you need commentary, Kim is ready to commentate unless she's at Eastern. Or Western,
or the Region 5 Insider,
or the Region 5 Insider Classic this weekend.
But other than those days and MAC championships, I'm your girl all season long.
There you go, all season long. I didn't necessarily, like I said, mind because I don't always mind not having commentary. It doesn't bother me. But this competition. Okay, let's go back, and we remember the first meet of the year when we had Missouri, and Missouri was just Missouri, and sometimes wrestling, and we could see athletes in the yonder doing beam, whatever. Okay. Yeah. Well, we got to see their vaults. Did Missouri vault in this meet? I think maybe once.
Did. Two people did. Two people did.
They didn't even have. I mean, they weren't even showing anyone.
No, they showed two people.
Two people. Yes.
Two.
I'm not sure. I mean, we got to see every team. That was really cool. Not for long, but we did get to see every team. I'm not sure how many full floor routines and balance beam routines we actually saw. We mostly saw a lot of bar routines. Like the bar routines we would see for the most part all the way through, but that's not 100% accurate either, because there were bar routines that we caught a release or sometimes caught as they caught the release and finished. We did see two very nice peels from Iowa, however. A bail, or no, was it a bail? No, what was it? There was some craziness on the low bar that she missed her foot or something, something. She peeled off, and then her Maloney peel to her back. The other one there too. So that was fun.
It was a good time. Dismounting early.
Yes, a little bit early.
My thing is here, SEC and minus. You're the SEC. That's all I got to say. Why do we only have one camera? Why are we going back and forth? Why are we not showing all the routines of the host team? At least, all the way through.
No, we got to see that last time. I'm not complaining about that, but all the way through.
I am, because I wanted to see all the floor routines. I could, or at least a full routine, like all the way through.
Well, right. We saw Rachel's double tuck. We saw her dance a little bit, and then we never saw her again. That was it.
Yeah, why? But at least the host team. Come on, the host team. You don't cut away. Also, you don't start Helen Hughes' beam routine anywhere from but the beginning, friends. And then Kennedy,
cut away.
Kennedy got a 10. And nobody knew. Because they didn't show all of the routine or any celebrating. Yet social media showed us.
Right. Well, I looking at that instance. They could have had somebody or scores or something so you could have seen it, and then going back after was fine, because I'd rather not sit there and wait for a 10 to come that you don't know what's coming and miss gymnastics.
We never went back to it.
Well, they did show. They did show them cheering around her, but they don't ever know it's a 10. They could just be cheering. So we didn't know until Sosha that she got a 10. Yeah.
However, I will give you some props here, because your musical playlist selection was very good.
It was on point.
On point. However, the floor music sounded so weird, because I felt like it wasn't the floor music playing in the arena. I felt like they were playing it in my TV. I don't know. Weird to describe, but it had a sound to it. Yeah. But I was waiting for some commentary to come, or a name to pop up on the bottom of the screen, so at least we know who in the world is going if we don't know everybody.
Yeah, that's the thing too. That was hard, because I was watching it. Sometimes it was crazy angle at first. I was who is that? Do I know that person?
Yeah. I had to go get the score list with I had to go get the lineup out and put it next to me while I was watching it, so I could keep track of where I was.
Poor Jocelyn on floor from Missouri. She does a double layout, and then we see a beam pose. And then she does a tumbling pass, and then we see a beam pose. That was that happened a lot in this broadcast. We literally saw parts and pieces of every routine, or we saw a routine the beginning, and then we never saw it again. No clue how they ended. Rachel on floor. I have no idea. She got a 9-9 on floor. I have absolutely no idea after her double back how that routine went.
She could still be on floor. We don't know. Could. My favorite was when somebody fell off beam, and so they go over to beam. She falls, and they're like, yep. She wasn't even on the ground yet, and they were already moving. She wasn't even on the ground yet.
I didn't know Haley fell on beam. She must have fallen in her flight series, because she got an 8-9 something, but you see her ender routine. No clue. Haley Tyson.
She fell. I think she fell on a jump.
Oh, okay. Well, you would know that because they didn't show it.
And if they
Haley
did, Tyson? They showed her fall. They showed her fall.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I just saw she went to go back handspring, and then there they went. They went somewhere else.
I think she fell twice. I think she fell on a jump, and then then maybe her series. But she had a very low score, an 8.
Well, she had 8.925.
Yeah.
Her floor was killer. We'll talk about it. Yeah, that just happened a lot. We didn't see Helen front aerial and off to floor.
I'm sorry. You do not. May I repeat? You do not start Helen Yu or Ilka Jukes beam routines anywhere but the beginning.
Correct. I'm sorry. Yeah, but then they even cut away as she was doing a routine. A front aerial, we have no clue. And then they come back to show her do one of the best saves I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's just new choreography.
It was so good. You don't know her routine. It's new choreography. You know that was not intentional.
Hey, she still went 9.85.
9.875.
Or yeah.
Diamondov. No Diamondov. Let's just go to our knee and just put our arm up and finish.
It kind of reminded me of on floor how they girls will do the little like boop, jump like dancey thing. That's what it looked like. She was just like, oh, I'm just gonna do a little split here and then down to the beam.
We will skip one real quick and talk about who Jordan looks like in a little bit. But the smoke screen at Georgia when they come into the competition remind me of Stick It, the arena in Stick It. Do you remember that?
I do.
Just very like, just, and just, I don't know, because Georgia always is like this. They're a darker arena with like more of spotlight type things. That's just how it always is. But the smoke makes the spotlights look more spotlighty.
Spotlighty?
Yes. And it was just crazy. And had I not known, they come on, they're like, yeah, the pyrotechnics, but smoke in this arena. And I'm like, okay, first of all, if I hadn't known by what you sending me, because you sent me that thing before I watched the meet, so I knew that it was outside something or other. And I knew, so it was new from outside. And when he starts saying that, I was like, well, first of all, Georgia has done pyrotechnics for billions of years. They probably were the first one to do it.
Billions.
Yes, they were probably the first one to do it. So I'm sure they had no issues. But people who had no clue would be like, oh, that sucks. That's bad for the athletes and whatever. Come to find out, of course, and they do mention it, that it was outside and happened to come in the vents and stuff. So that was crazy, though. That was awesome.
But you know what? I honestly did not notice it that much.
No, it wasn't.
Just because they always do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But and as you said, to me, their arena is dark and small.
Yeah, it's always dark. It just seems dark.
But it just feels like they're all like, I don't know. Yeah, there's something about it.
But we do have another instance where we have a coach that is recognized with a different video of another coach on the screen.
Okay, listen. When they put that up and they said Jordan Weber and talking all about Jordan, I had to go back because I was like,
well,
okay.
see, I thought I just missed the video of Jordan Weber. That's why.
No, because they had it on Kyla Ross, but then they put Jordan Weber, but then they kept following Kyla Ross around.
Yes.
Jordan, you look a lot like Kyla these days. Kyla, maybe you look like, I don't know, but then you see Jordan in the background as they're still following Kyla around.
Yeah, Kyla was like at the end of the bar mat, and she literally walked over the bar mat, around the bars, and back to the other side. I'm like, one, where are you going? And two,
but like, okay, so like they get coaches wrong a lot of channels. Like, okay, but this is Jordan Weber, not like. Okay, no offense, I love Lauren Volpe, but they were showing Lauren Volpe, but it was Sam. Mm-hmm. Okay, but not everybody knows Lauren Volpe. I get it. But it's Jordan Weber.
Right, right. You know who Jordan Weber is.
You know who Jordan Weber is, or you should.
Exactly. Anyway, we have WAHL versus WALLY at Georgia. The WALLY World. National Lampoon's Vacation out in California with WALLY World. Yes, we have a new WALLY World or WAHL World. I don't know which one ever you are favored to. Addie Wall and Maddie Wellagora.
There used to be a bowling pro shop where I lived that was called WALLY World.
There you go. Both of these two phenomenal performances. Loved watching them. I watched Georgia in like week 1 or 2. Enjoyed watching it. Enjoyed watching it again. But both of them are doing awesome. And Maddie looks like, she's like, I'm going to switch schools and I'm just going to own everything. Own it. I have a comment about her on floor in a little bit in the floor area. What Sam had to say, which is hilarious. But both of them. Your Chinko 1.5 of Maddie was gorgeous. Her double layout. Stuck cold. It was awesome. Maddie's double layout, maybe not stuck. She did move her foot a little bit, but she fought. It was awesome. Her beam routine, floor routine. I was just like, these two.
I think she's just getting better. Like Maddie's I feel like she's just keeps getting better though too. Like yes. Maddie's good. She's always been good, but she's like better. Exactly.
So no, I was just, both of these athletes are doing awesome job for their programs, and it's just fun to see. They're two, like, I wouldn't say completely different type of individuals, but they are, and it's just fun to see. But definitely WAHL versus WALLY World on week 7's podcast for sure.
Big Ten minus. Why are the scores not on the side of the screen like every other every other stream station? I want the scores and the names and the lineup on the side of the screen. Because the Minnesota-Ohio State meet, it was not there, and I needed it. Yes, I like to follow along.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. Not? Well, at least not the first 2 rotations, it was not.
I swear to God it was there.
They had the score, like the running total of of the team score, but they didn't have the.
No, you're right. They would bring up names and like their highest scores.
I want the big score.
Yeah, you're right.
Like that shows everybody in order, so I can follow along.
I think it's just because obviously they did it at Georgia, and they, so yeah, I agree. I understand that 100%.
Yes, and I wanted all the scores because I'm used to that and I like it.
Yes. No, it's you just know things. You get to see.
And it's helpful.
It is helpful.
When I don't know where I am in the grand scheme of things.
And what Region 5 kids are coming up, athletes are coming up.
Yeah, so I can pay attention. Be like, okay, so this Tori Vetter's going last.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And Sydney Washington is the designated hitter. I mean, first performer. We know this.
Well, that leads us into our commentary quotes because we
oh my God,
quite
the
a
commentary
few,
quotes.
Quite a few this week.
Well, yeah, we did. None from Zoo and the Lou, however. So.
Well, we have peanut butter and jelly time from Zoo and the Lou.
But we have peanut butter and jelly time and ice cream and cake. Okay.
Yes.
Anyways, so did you know that she is our Sydney is the designated first performer? All I could think of was designated hitter, designated driver. What?
Yeah,
this guy was killing me.
Yeah, I love it. During the Alexis, right? It's Alexis. I know she's a former Ohio State gymnast. I think it was Alexis. The commentator. She's like, yeah, she just made a pit stop before she came to Ohio State. A pit stop.
Oh, funny.
Because they were talking about that she's from Ann Arbor, and he wanted to know, does she wear her clothes, like her Ohio State clothes in Ann Arbor? And, and they said, yeah, she's come from Ann Arbor, but she went through a pit stop.
That is funny.
Yes. It was,
clever.
Yeah, very funny.
Clever.
Loved it.
I do want to give my condolences and thoughts and prayers go out to the Convelli Center Uneven Bars. They underwent an operation this weekend, so a speedy recovery to them because Minnesota will be operating on the uneven bars in the first rotation. So Convelli Center Uneven Bars, I'm hoping for a speedy recovery from whatever operation you seem to have had this weekend. Mm-hmm.
That is hilarious. Well, Minnesota did well on bars, so they definitely operated well, but Ohio State not so much. So.
That's because Minnesota was operating on the uneven bars first. Do you know though, somebody from Minnesota, she'll be ascending to the uneven bars. Jesus, take the wheel because we're ascending to the uneven bars. What? He's risen? Like, I don't understand. Ascending to the uneven bars. How about mounting, jumping?
No, we're ascending. We just ascend to the bar.
Any of those would have worked.
We just float. Although I do have to say, Sydney Washington does now ascend on bars. Have you seen her flow that she does? It used to be so muscled and choppy, and now everything is just a nice, smooth pace on bars for her. Love it.
So how does she ascend?
She ascended into the air.
Oh, like on her dismount?
Yeah, she just ascends.
Okay.
She just ascends her way. She just floats her way through bars. It's just
ascend means to go up.
I know. Her Maloney goes up. Her dismount goes up. Her pack goes up. Everything just ascends on bars for Sydney Washington.
Okay. But do you know in vault she took a positive step forward into positive momentum. She had positive momentum forward. Positive momentum forward.
Yeah, that was interesting.
She had positive momentum forward on her 1.5 landing.
Okay. Except for she didn't 1.5, but that's fine.
Who? I said somebody. I didn't say.
Got it. I thought you were talking about Sydney. My fault.
No. I just jumped to somebody. I didn't write who this was. I think it was Minnesota.
Got it.
I think it was a Minnesota person, but I was just going with took steps forward with positive momentum.
Got it.
Like opposed to negative momentum. Like, are you angry? Everything was seamless and ended with a flourish. This is why she has the name she has. Okay, they were talking about Maya Houghton. Does she have another name? Like, do we have a nickname? I don't think she has. Her name is not. Her name is not that. It's her parents' given name. If we're going with Houghton, like that's literally her name.
I mean, she gets 10s sometimes.
I know, but it's not like we just like somebody gave her a nickname or a new name. Like it's literally her last name.
Yes. She wasn't.
That's not.
She was very enjoyable to watch. However,
she was.
I actually enjoyed watching bars more than floor, and that's different because her bars was very nice. Except for her full out goes 50 miles away from the bar, and she still sticks it. I'm not really sure how she does that, but
that's true. It did. It went really far.
Yeah, and she stuck the landing. It was crazy. But.
She did stick the landing. Whoever the commentator was, though, she was lovely. Do you know she used to think about parks during her, just like her downtime? Anyways, speaking of parks, Kate Parks. The transition there was the transition for me on that one.
Yes.
Had nothing to do with the bar routine. It had nothing to do with anything, but the transition that those two had was great.
Oh, poor Kate.
Speaking of parks, Kate Parks, they were talking about, you could be thinking about like a national park. Speaking of parks, yes. I love a good transition.
And her unfortunate flyaway in between the bars. That was unfortunate.
It was.
Yes.
Also, I was watching the CMU meet as I was at the gym and had the volume nice and loud because it was CMU EMU. And as Alina was commentating, I was commentating too, right into her text message because she had me in stitches. I was rolling when she was talking about someone's twist on floor. I don't remember who with the twist, but she has a silky smooth twist.
That's wonderful.
A silky smooth twist. Okay. I loved it. I was there for it. I put it in the opening rap because it was a silky smooth twist. What does a silky smooth twist look like? I don't know, but it was a silky smooth twist.
Alina, let us know. Let us know what a silky smooth twist is exactly. Because, I may use that in my coaching. We just need to have silky smooth twists, ladies.
Make your twist silky smooth.
Yes.
I'm all about it. I thought it was great. But what had me, that was later in the broadcast, but what had me rolling at the beginning was when she was talking about Quinn on beam, and I understand Quinn Skrupa. Mm-hmm. Love her.
Yes.
On beam. She shines from top to bottom. She shines from top to bottom. I don't know where she was going with that. We talked about it after, but she's like, did I really say that? I'm like, you did. She shines from top to bottom, all the way from the tip back to the bottom.
All right.
I thought it was hilarious. It was a good time. A good time.
Well, I believe CMU is in our lineup next week, so I will look forward to watching Quinn shine from top to bottom, apparently.
She does. She does. She's very good at beam, very shiny, all the way from the top to the bottom. Yeah. I think she might have the silky smooth twist also.
Maybe. That would make sense. That would make sense.
Because she's shiny from top to bottom. So I feel like that's right. But when you watch CMU next week, you turn that volume up nice and loud to listen. She's got some good ones.
I'm looking forward to it.
She did mention the Region 5 Insider podcast.
Oh, there we go. Oh, we love Alina. We love to. I make fun of Kim when she commentates too. So Alina, don't worry about it. Apparently, there's a phrase that I've never heard in my entire life on the Ohio State broadcast. And is it a gymnast sticks their skills, or do the skills stick the gymnast? Now, I can tell you I believe what she means by this, meaning like when the skills, they fall off, does that mean that the skill stuck the gymnast? I don't know, but... Is it a gymnast sticks their skills or a skill stick the gymnast? And she said this is a phrase that we use, I guess, in Ohio State. I don't know. Clueless.
Well, it is Ohio.
Clueless.
I love everyone who lives in Ohio.
Yes.
Well, okay, that does gymnastics on these teams that we know. But it's different there.
Yes.
It's different there.
Yes. So
it's different there. They have a poisonous nut as a mascot, for God's sakes. It's different there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well.
Somebody will explain it to us. We'll get a text message, phone call, email, and it'll be explained to us.
Yes. Anyway, that was some crazy comments from our commentators this past weekend. We do have more on this competition, obviously, as in our lineup and in our some more as we get to the events. But some crazy stuff. I look forward to though, Alina, next weekend too. So
she's lovely. She has a soothing commentary voice.
Yes, that's gonna be great.
Silky smooth.
Silky smooth. Vault, you have JoJo on here. I'm sure you mean JoJo Valahovic.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
And I do have a comment. Is there any other gymnast in North Carolina?
I don't think so. No, there's one. There's that Layla Delavedova.
Yes.
That's it.
You're right.
Those two.
JoJo literally is in every social media post that North Carolina posts. Like everyone. Some way, somehow. A leotard, a vault. She had a top score. She had her best score. She is the freshman of the week. She is this of the week. I mean, now, granted, we love it. I mean, JoJo, you're killing it. We love it. It's awesome. But I was just like, every time I hit North Carolina comes up, I'm like, JoJo. There's JoJo. Crazy.
I just assume these days it's always going to be JoJo now because it mostly is.
Exactly.
I mean, it's the JoJo show, and I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for it.
No, I'm not either.
I absolutely love it.
But I probably saw this vault because, like I said, I see everything that JoJo. But there's just so much. So, what did you have to say about JoJo's vault?
It was good.
Okay, great.
She went 995 or something, and she stuck it. I just thought it was great. Yeah. But it's the JoJo show.
Exactly. Beautiful Yurchenko 1.5. You know, again, it was. I probably saw it after I saw her being a freshman of the week and whatever. So JoJo, the star of North Carolina.
Exactly.
And we're here for it.
We are always.
We're also here for Katie Harper on bars.
We are from one Carolina to the next.
Yes.
Does she never not stick her bars? There we go.
No.
Because we always have a stick and we have a.
Yes.
Like
we always have that. The reactions. Well, they even said that Katie needs to hit because apparently they had some problems. I remember seeing on the social medias, and they said they had some difficulties, so Katie has to stick. There's pressure, and of course, does Katie stick? Yes, of course she does.
Of course she does. Mm-hmm. That's what she does. Yep. She is a bar queen.
She is.
Amari, I want to talk about her dismount off bars.
Okay.
It's gorgeous. She's just gorgeous. Her bar routine's gorgeous. However, is that supposed to be a stalder front pike half? Because her feet do not go on the bar, and it's in a stalder fashion, but it's like a baby stalder.
Yeah, I think we talked about this, like maybe in week one when we had this meeting. Oh, no, because we didn't see any gymnastics.
No. We talked about this with somebody from a MAC school that was at an Eastern meet. I don't remember who now, but if you watch it, like if this is the bar, she gets a baby stalder.
Yeah.
And then pike front pike half. But are we supposed to put our feet on the bar? Are we trying to do a baby stalder? Like, it's like not a stalder. It's like a baby stalder.
Right. Yeah, no, I thought that same thing. But for some reason, I thought we had talked about that. And she's talking about Amari Celestine from Missouri. And
no, we didn't talk about hers.
Okay. I thought it was hers that we were talking about. So, but no, I agree. No. I do agree. It was kind of like interesting.
I mean, it's very cool. She does very well, but I had to watch it 4 times because I was like, are your feet on the bar?
Right.
Are you in a baby stalder? But, I mean, she stuck it. Oh my gosh. Before she even stuck it, Whitney's like, doing her stuff.
Yep.
But whoever went a couple before her, though, I thought it was hilarious. Whitney's standing there, and the girl lands, and Whitney's just like, like, just, I don't know. It was great. It was kind of one of those, like, when you see somebody, you're just like, what's up?
Yeah. It
was one of those. It was great.
Speaking of Whitney and then Shannon, we saw more of them on the vault podium than we saw vaults from Missouri. They had that shot for like a good 5 minutes of them just talking and the girls doing like their back handspring layouts and all their stuff on the podium. Like we saw that more than we saw vaults, but. Well, we talk about Amari's dismount. How about Ava Stewart's double front technique? I don't know if you caught that.
I sent it to you.
Well, I must have not seen it here because I watched it. I saw it on the video on the actual broadcast. Like her heel drive, she comes up piked. Like she literally does like the first quarter of that flip piked and then tucks her knees into double front. I've watched her do this dismount now a couple times. Once at Minnesota, like a meet I watched at Minnesota, and then another one that they were somewhere else. And I never noticed it until this weekend that she does this technique of like she pikes off the bar. Now, maybe it's new. Maybe this is something that Rich has made her do to help her find the landing. I don't know. I don't remember seeing it when she competed for Canada. I don't know, but it caught my eye like this. I had to rewind and watch it again, and I was like, that is just a cool technique.
Okay, so maybe when you were rewinding and watching, because I rewound and watched it, and then I filmed it and sent it to you and said, this dismount, boom.
Yes.
Because that's what I was going for, was the pike into the
Got it. Yes. It was awesome. It was just great to see that technique. I mean, it's not that I've never seen that technique before. I just haven't seen it in a while, and I didn't know Ava used it, so that's what kind of caught me.
It was very cool.
Karleigh needs to be in the OSU bar lineup, please, immediately. Her routine is gorgeous. Her Jaeger, blind Jaeger, was absolutely gorgeous. She does Weiler, and I'm hoping someday, I know it's not going to happen, but she was Weiler Jaegering in club. at high tech camp one year, and I was just like, Karleigh, are you ever going to use this? Because I love this. And it never happened. But maybe at some point, I don't know. It was, great to see, and great to see her as an exhibition actually not exhibition. Yes, it was exhibition. And hope to see her in the lineup soon, because it was awesome. Beautiful double layout. Thought I'd say that. But we got to see her on vault, so that was awesome. Balance beam and more of JoJo, apparently. JoJo is beaming.
JoJo is JoJoing all over beam, because she got like 995 on beam too or something. She killing it. She killed it at the meet, and she stuck that.
Yes.
Because it's the JoJo show.
Yes. Well, it is the JoJo show. We've already mentioned that. I already talked about all the walking going on in these competitions this weekend. We did have some moonwalking. We did. Yes, we had Helen Hugh moonwalked. She moonwalked down the beam, but in rhythm to whatever floor music was happening, it went very much together. Yes,
very much together.
Yes, it was very nice. And then Jeffrey Scott, of course, from Georgia. Everyone has in Georgia. Every year, I shouldn't say everyone. Every year, there's somebody who has the moonwalk in their beam routine. This year, Jeffrey Scott gets the legendary moonwalk from there, and I just love Jeffrey Scott's beam routine as a whole. I mean, who does a front handspring front full dismount? I mean, Jeffrey Scott does. She does. Yes, she also does a front handspring into her back handspring layout step out or something like that too. She's awesome to watch. I love watching Jeffrey. But anyway, another moonwalker.
Kara Aker. Now, when we talk about gliding down the beam, Anastasia Webb / Jordan Bowers, we're going to start adding Kara Aker into the gliding of the balance beam, because her mount, she just starts way back there, and you think she's going to do a punch front. No, she's not. She is going to switch leap her way up onto the beam, into a split leap, into a forward cabriole jump, and just like that.
Yeah, switch leap out of a cannon. Out of the cannon onto the beam. It was like,
yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. And she runs so fast to get up there. I thought literally, I was like, are you doing a right off back handspring? Are you doing a, punch front? No, switch leap. But it's then switch leap, split leap, cabriole.
Yep.
Without a beat step or hesitation. I'm just like,
nope. And then there's an aerial layout step out that's absolutely gorgeous in there too. So.
It is. It is. Now we just need a little more. We need a little more height and amplitude on that dismount, and we are in the money.
Yeah, that one kind of scared Sam a little bit. She's like, "Oh," she said, "I've never seen a dismount that close to the beam before."
Well, she clearly didn't watch Kara Aker do beam a couple meets before that we discussed her lack of amplitude.
Yes.
But if she gets that up into the air, we're in the money there, Kara Aker.
Yes, we are.
Well, not we, but her.
Yeah, she is.
She's in the money, all bright and sunny.
There you go. Okay, moving on. Some floor things. We have some rolls.
We do have some rolls. So, Calixa, last name, insert.
Yes, from Arkansas.
Yeah, she does punch front to this jump side roll thing. I thought it was great. It was just a little ditty that she did in the middle, and I just thought it was great.
We have Missouri's floor. We have Kim talking to somebody, waving to somebody, laughing at somebody somewhere in the hallway.
Yeah, because that was BT. He's our maintenance guy here at the Rider, and he was mocking me because my hands are going.
Yes.
He's out there going like this. So I was waving.
That's it.
I have a lot of people that walk by these big windows, okay? They like to wave at me.
Got it. Well, I mean, Mizzou likes to move it on floor too, so it fits perfectly.
Oh my God, it does. Because listen, their floor is just their floor. From the beginning of the lineup, okay, maybe the second to the third in the lineup, all the way down. Yes, it just gets better and better. The first two are meh, I'll take them. But after Rayleigh and down, yes, just everything, yes. Everything, yes. However, I just Kaya. Are you?
Kaya didn't compete at all. I don't know. Yeah, she was there.
What's going on, Kaya? Because Kaya got some vaults and Kaya got some
skills. She's got some skills. She must either be hurt.
She got some skills.
Yeah, she can do all 4 events. Let's put Kaya in there. Come on.
She's got this that knows where the cameras are.
Yes, she's got some skills. She needs to be in lineups.
Yeah, I don't
maybe she's hurt.
understand.
Maybe she's hurt.
Maybe she didn't
she
feel
was
good.
sick. Yeah, something
Her
like that.
tummy hurts. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna believe. She didn't feel good.
Correct.
But their floor lineup is just exquisite, and their routines are just exquisite. Like from the as I said, beginning to the end, they embody all their personalities. Jocelyn just yawning onto the floor.
Oh, that was awesome. That was so fun. I don't know how I didn't catch that, but again, I don't know, maybe I haven't seen it before. Yes, that was hilarious. And then the alarm clock goes off, and then she goes.
When you watch it on social media, though, the view's better because they got it from the from the front when she does it. On the broadcast, it was like from the side.
Right.
But oh my god, her floor routine, amazing. And then Amari's girl and her little like dive roll thing.
Oh yes,
that she does.
the dive roll with the bent leg, the stag leg.
Yeah, like
dive roll.
Dive roll. And then I really, really love the her pike half Shushanova jump thing.
Oh yes. Yep.
But her floor routine is just like everything. And then we have Kennedy. Beyonce, honey, we need to do a retweet. We need to do a call, text, or email because I hope Beyonce has seen these floor routines because she's had them. Beyonce. Yeah. It's going to be Beyonce for all 4 years. So Beyonce needs to get on the Kennedy Griffin boat here.
Yeah, I do think there is some with Rayleigh and Kennedy. There's some dramatic walking involved with their routines. They do a lot of dramatic walking.
Well, they do.
Yes,
but
it's dramatic walking. So
yes, Rayleigh has dramatic walking for
so
sure.
Does Kennedy. Kennedy has some dramatic walking
sass.
too.
But Rayleigh has like dramatic walking with like sass and like
yeah.
But like Kennedy's dramatic walking is more like
yeah.
I'm Beyonce dramatic walking.
Hers
has like shoulders.
Hers is kind of similar to the dramatic walking of Maddie Willagora in parts of her routine with the faces and stuff too. So,
yes,
I had this in my notes, and you already had it in our notes before I got to it. So why don't you talk about the wonderful first pass of Gabby Gladio? Since you don't talk tumbling, so it's nice.
I don't talk tumbling. Oh yeah, it was nice that I put a tumbling pass.
Yes, that's why I said you go ahead and talk about Gladio's wonderful first pass.
Yeah. There was some flips and some twists in the air.
Oh, there wasn't just flips and twists. That was gorgeous.
There was many.
Her full out is just beautiful. Her full out is beautiful.
No.
All the time. Her full out, I love it. She does a tuck full out. That's her first pass.
No, it seemed more like half in, half out.
Her first pass is a full out.
Is it a true full out?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, there was some silky smooth flipping and twisting in that one.
There you go.
It was, but it was amazing.
Another very nice huge full in from a freshman at Ohio State, JJ Coleman, but then she proceeds to make me smile because she does a side summy on the floor just in her choreography. So JJ, you don't know me, but now if you listen to the podcast, you know I love side summies, and so yes, girl, that was awesome. I saw that. I saw your full in. I was like, nice, great. Oh, a side summy in choreography, definitely. Gonna get on the podcast. Always will get on the podcast if you see a side summy.
Addie Wall used to do a side summy in her floor routine.
She did, and she got in trouble for it with her having it at the end of her routine at a meet. It cost her something or other. Nastia all-around title. I think it was the state all-around title, something like that.
I don't know, it was something. But I want to say really quickly though, Rayleigh, darling Rayleigh Jackson, my love. The dance after your first tumbling pass, I very much enjoy. Especially you do it and then you go into like a little scale like that because it's not just like a scale. It's a with some arms and you like break it down a little. I am enjoying it.
Yes.
I just wanted to make mention. And you went 9925, girl.
Yeah,
yes.
I say you could talk a little bit more when we get down to the lineup because she's in it.
Sorry.
Yes,
I didn't talk about it in the Mizzou floor.
True. You did not. Riley Guerrera from Ohio State, a freshman. Very nice 2.5 front tuck. Very nice 2.5 front tuck. Apparently, she's a freshman competing a 9.9 routine. It was 9.875 this weekend, but she's done like 2 9.9s already. So that's awesome. But I love 2.5 front tucks, and that one was a very nice one. Shania.
Oh my God.
Very nice wolf triple. Okay. Very nice wolf triple. Then I swear to God, the floor lifted. Shot her up into the air on a double pike, and then it was like on an incline, and she just walked right down out of the bounds. I mean, I was like, what the heck are you doing, girl?
Out of the bounds?
Out of the bounds. And then that's all we saw of her. We never saw anymore. So that's Shania.
No.
That was Shania
but
Adams.
I do have, I had that, you know what? I had that same note about the perfection of the wolf turn.
Yes.
Like, there are some people that cannot wolf turn, but hers is perfect. Her, like, arms, legs, everything is in the same spot. It's amazing. Yep. And I do enjoy the Alabama parka jackets. So if somebody from Alabama, if y'all can tell me where you got those, or what brand they are, I would really enjoy that. So if anybody can just comment, message, I really want to know what brand those are, because I want one.
Or we could just text Ashley and or Amelia, and we can ask them. So we could do that. We can do that. Okay. Yes. Also, Rachel's Fleur from Alabama. Nice double back.
Let me just say, she is mini Maddie. She really is. I still have photos of them from when they were little kids at Olympia. Adorbs. But I love the elephant noise at the end of the floor routine. I have never noticed it in I don't know if anybody else has it, but she has the elephant in her floor routine. 1000. Like, it makes an elephant noise.
No. We didn't see much of her routine, so I can't tell you.
No, we saw some dance, and then we heard the elephant noise to signal that it was over.
Well, we heard it. We saw the beginning. We did not see the routine. That's it. We see the double back, and that's it. We see her dance out of it, and then that's it.
Oh,
she goes away.
I saw some dance?
No, she goes away. It's like 4 seconds. Haley Tyson, we got to see her full floor routine. Very nice layout, Rudy. Rudy layout step out, my fault. And then a nice double full. That's getting so much better. That's getting a lot better. Unfortunately.
It is better.
Yes, and she's in the lineup on floor, and that's really cool. But unfortunately, yes, beam today was... we didn't see much of it anyway. So, but very nice floor routine. And then Maddie Wellagura's floor routine. Can I just say, Aaron, I think his name, Aaron, Adam, whatever the commentary is, he commentates with Bridget Sloan a lot. Sam is like, stop talking, because I just need to focus on the faces of Maddie Wellagura.
Yeah.
And it was
the many faces of Maddie Wellagura.
That routine.
It used to be a t-shirt.
That routine it's the second time I've seen it, truly the second time I've seen it, and watching it, and I love it. Her front double full this weekend was gorgeous too. It was beautiful. But yeah,
as I said, she's getting better and better.
Yes, she's just killing it.
You know what I was thinking though? Her ending pose, how she ends, I would like fall over.
Yeah.
Like she just like how she just like leans back. You know, it's very simple, but I just feel like so many people just like fall out of that.
Yep.
She does not.
But we talked a whole heck of a lot about her routine last week, so go check out week 6 when we talk about all the faces and all the movements of Maddie Wellagura's floor. Some other things. I know you have some UGA boy.
Oh my God, the UGA boys, they had their whole bodies painted pink with UGA in black. And then Spike, the inflatable UGA dog, was running around. UGA things.
Yes.
The painted boys.
I like their mascot. Their mascot's funny. It makes me laugh. That's
Spike.
Spiked bulldog.
Spike.
I know.
And he's inflatable.
And thank you, Ohio State. Maybe not. You awarded our MVPs for us already. Apparently, Grace Walker and Sydney Washington were the MVPs of the Ohio State meet. They were awarded flowers for their greatness. We'll see.
Well, good for them.
Who knows? Maybe they'll be the MVP of this week. Who knows?
We don't
never know.
Good for them.
Yes. So they are both in, as if I'm not mistaken, in the Region 5 University lineup this week, and it is presented by Full Out Recruiting. Full Out Recruiting, they are focused on helping their clients reach their college gymnastics goals. With resources and guidance to athletes, coaches, and parents through the college recruiting process, they go full out to make the experience a fun and productive one. Thank you to Full Out Recruiting for sponsoring the College Salute podcast and your continued support of the Region 5 media platform. And everyone go to their Instagram, or go to Maddie Augustine's Instagram and like her interview, or where she describes herself. I make fun of it every single day, but it's awesome. Maddie is one of my athletes, and she's now with Full Out, and I think it's phenomenal, and she hates the video, but it's great. And so go and like it and make it viral, because that's Maddie Augustine. She's one of my first year level 10s. She's a great kid, and she's now working with Full Out. So for week 7, we have Zoo in the Lou, Arkansas versus Georgia, and Minnesota versus Ohio State. The vault, Kim, of Sarah Moreau, 9'9".
Oh my God.
I'm gonna
nobody say her name right. You say it right.
I know. I'm gonna stop saying do a 1.5, because when she does your Chinkle Fulls that well.
Oh my God! Did you see Coach almost picked her up like a bag, a sack of potatoes? Like the hug went awkward and like.
Yes, Sarah, awesome vault, loved it. Sydney Washington did hop back. This is one of the first ones. I think she's had a big hop back, 9825, but it's gorgeous in the air. Tori Vetter, same thing. A little bit Yurchenko full, a little bit hoppy, but not too bad, 98. Kennedy, I didn't even see the vault. Did they show it? No clue.
I don't think so. I don't think she was one of the two.
Yeah. Is this a 9? Is this a Yurchenko 1.5? Is this a Yurchenko full? No clue. Hope it's a Yurchenko 1.5. That'd be awesome. But 9.8 for that. 9775 for a crew of people. Avery Chambers. I don't believe we saw her vault. Maybe we did, and maybe I missed it. But again, I don't remember seeing it.
No. I don't think we did.
Yes, 9775 from Iowa. Addie Wall, 9775. Yurchenko 1.5 that she leaned forward and hopped forward on. Karleigh, we already talked about Karleigh's handspring front pike on vault. Very, very nice. And then Caitlin Grimes. I think this is the first time she's under-rotated a vault. I think she was trying to go for that stick a little too much. And 9775, which I think is actually maybe this year the first 9.7 score on vault for Caitlin. She's been in 9.8 to 9.9 pretty much the year. But some nice vaults. I wish we could have seen Kennedy's and Avery's, but, it is what it is at that wonderful Missouri meet. 49.1 on vault for us this week. Over to bars, Addie Wall. Bars used to be one of her struggles. Bars is no longer a struggle. Beautiful Maloney to pack. Gorgeous double layout. It was absolutely beautiful. Stuck the landing. Great routine. Maddie Wellagora, same thing. Beautiful Jaeger bail. Big Jaeger bail. Very, very nice, and a nice double layout. Tori Tkachev, come on down. You can come down now. Beautiful Tkachev. It was gorgeous. They didn't even talk about the Tkachev because they came over and he was talking about something I don't even remember. And I'm like, you just missed the Tkachev. She does her bail, and that's all they started talking about. But a beautiful routine. After, I think, two falls, I think, before that. And actually, I'm not sure when Grace goes. But anyway, Grace is on the next spot, 9825. Absolutely beautiful Jaeger, Pike Jaeger. It was gorgeous. And then a nice double layout as well for a 9825. And then Sid Washington, where I've already talked about, she ascended into the air. Kim was trying to make fun of me for talking about ascending. Her Maloney ascends. It goes nice and high. Her double back was big. She stuck it. I'm impressed how Sid has improved on bars in college. And that's probably the biggest improvement she's had in her gymnastics by far is on bars.
I agree.
49.35 for bars. Good bar score there. The Big Ten champion is back on top of our beam lineup this week. And Sarah Morrow from Minnesota, 9.9. Beautiful routine. Gorgeous back handspring layout step out. Her layout step out is so big. So big. But she did have a slight little foot movement. And that's probably why she has that 9.9, maybe 9.95, 9.975, because, they won't give a 10 here probably. And then her aerial was super solid. Stuck her dismount too. Maddie, we remember last week she fell on beam. Not this week. 9.9. Super solid back handspring layout step out this week. Stuck landing on the dismount. She was all excited, and they grabbed a teammate. They were hugging and shaking each other. That was interesting. Helen Hugh, 9875. We saw parts and bits and pieces of this, as Kim has already mentioned. We saw front aerial. No clue what happened on the other one. And then Rachel, I didn't see Rachel's routine. I'm not sure if they showed it, if you can talk about it. I didn't see it, and I was not in that meet going back because I would have never caught it because of your...
She didn't wobble on the dance like she did in week 6. No, it was a nice routine.
Good. Good to know she at 9.85. Apologize, I did not see that. Did see your floor, like I said, but not your beam. Missed that. Rayleigh did see that beam routine. Very, very nice. 9.85. Very solid routine for her. Back handspring layout step out was very, very nice. Or sorry, front aerial back handspring was very nice.
Her beam is soft and light. She does balance beam very soft and light.
She does. She always has. Like even on her skills, like a lot of kids, you would hear them like make noise when they land. She never makes noise when she lands.
No, she's just soft and light. Yep. Just very
Yep. Hopefully someday the double back will return. 49.375 on beam. And then we go over to floor, and of course our floor lineup is led by the 10.0 of Kennedy Griffin. First 10 of her career. Congratulations to that. We've talked about Rayleigh Jackson's floor routine. I know you just mentioned a few things about Rayleigh Jackson's floor routine again. You enjoyed that. 9.925 for her. Very nice routine. Rachel, again, double back was beautiful. little shimmy in the end after the double back, some dance, and then we didn't see any more of you. So 9-9. Clearly, you did a good job on your last pass because you got a 9-9. Maddie Gora, we saw everything of this routine. Beautiful front layout, front double full, as I said. Very nice 1.5 front layout, and the faces that wowed Sam. So you wowed Sam Peshek this week. That just deserves a high five right there. And then Tori Vetter, 9.875. Another very nice front layout Rudy. And Meredith was all about the floor routines at this meet, clapping, jumping up and down. 49.6 on floor, 197.425 for this week. And it is week 7, which means NQS begins because now we have 7 scores, so they can drop 1 and then obviously 2 at that point. 196.81 is our current NQS, which leaves us in 11th place, Kim, which puts us in the top 12 still, which we can get seated, which is cool. But we're in 11th right now, and so
yeah, we need to get our poop in a group.
Yes, I don't know what kind of poop in a group you talk about, but we'll try to get that done, I guess. So
that's what we need.
So NQS is 196.81 after week 7 for the Region 5 university lineup. In week 8, we're gonna check out Ball State, Townsend, Iowa, and Maryland. We just saw Iowa this past week. We're gonna see him again. Maybe we'll get to see Avery Chambers Vault this week. But Ball State, Townsend, Iowa, Maryland, Central, and Kent. Is it at Central or is it at Kent?
It's at Kent.
Oh, maybe Alina, you can come on. We can talk about Central together. And then UCLA, Michigan, because of course we have to. And we're going to be at our meet, so we're going to watch that while we're in good old Fort Wayne. The MVPs of week 7. And my MVP for week 7 has to go to Maddie Gora because she's in 3 lineups and 9-9s in all 3. And I enjoyed watching her. So Maddie Gora is my MVP for week 7.
So my MVP here. Now listen, I really want to go with like the entire later half of the Missouri floor lineup, but since I can't pick all of them, I'm sorry, Kennedy Griffin, girl. She was my MVP the moment she scored a 10.
Understandable. So
floor things.
So MVP of our week for week 7, Kennedy Griffin and Maddie Gora. Congratulations. Our best college stick, stay, and slay. Do we have any this week?
I have a slew.
I'm sure you do.
I forgot to put them in. So I have Maddie Gora on bars, Katie Harper on bars. I have Addie Wall on bars. I have JoJo. I have Zoe Krull on uneven bars from the Whitewater. Amari's bar dismount. She's not Region 5, but hello. She got a little excited. We'll give it to her. Quinn Skrupa on beam. You didn't see it, but I did. She stick stayed and she slayed.
Well, there you go.
They were all great.
That's a lot of stick, stay, and slays.
What can I say?
I did forget to mention, and I'm going to call it a slay. Grace Walker on balance beam as an exhibition. You slayed that routine, girl, and I'm hoping you're in a lineup soon because super, super solid. Awesome, great, aggressive, and you're a former national, all-star champion, or whatever it was called then. But super job, and I just wanted to make sure that
wild card.
That's it. I wanted to make sure that we mentioned that because that was such an aggressive beam routine as an exhibition for Ohio State. So slay, that was a slay for sure. So
what was not slaying? SEC minus.
Yes, SEC minus this week. So, but that is week 7. Week 7. Our wonderful coverage here on the College Salute podcast.
Yeah, we did great. It was great. We know you enjoy our podcast because, how can you not? We're so entertaining these days and want more people to find out how awesome it is because it is. So please rate and review us, 5 stars only, please, on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the Region 5 Insider Podcast. Thanks again to Full Out Recruiting for your continued support, as well as all of our listeners. We could not do any of this without your support. Follow us on all of our social media accounts for the most up-to-date information on what's going on with our Region 5 alums all season long.
And again, thanks again for our 5, I can't remember. I said it at the beginning, our new subscribers that we have from
5. We have 5, Richie, 5.
5, that's right. After week, 7? So, or week 6, but podcast, but into week 7. So thank you so much again. Thanks again for joining us for our week 7 recap. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and start watching and listening to us. And of course, follow our IG page to keep the support up for our alums going all season long. This weekend will be crazy for Kim and I as we have the 6th edition of the Region 5 Insider. We may or may not be live for the 9 and 10 session. Please stay tuned to the Region 5 Insider media for that. Winter Cup, Nastia Cup, and of course our college lineup meets that we have to go. So it's going to be a crazy weekend of gymnastics. But we'll be back for week 8 with more spine-saving coverage of our Region 5 alums. Talk to you next week. Follow, like, and subscribe. Peace out. Region 5.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5.